So how to build a high-performing team? That's a question almost every team leader has asked for many, many years. We go to YouTube, we do AI searches, and all of these things try and help us figure out how to develop a team. Have you ever really wondered, though, what separates a high-performing team from an average team? Have you seen team leaders build their teams and then have them implode and everybody leaves? Have you seen team leaders whine about how they made more money when they were by themselves? You see, building a team is strategic. Building a high-performing team takes strategy, patience, and a system to follow. At Workman Success Systems, we specifically work with high-performing real estate teams. Most of them are not high-performing when they start with us. They're average and they want to go to the next level. They could be great agents, but they don't know how to be great leaders. They engage with Workman Success coaching so that we can guide them through the process of building a high-performing team. And whether you use Workman or somebody else, I'm just going to share with you some of the things that we do to help our teams really grow. You see, in the beginning, most teams fail because they don't set the stage properly for what it takes to be on my team. And if they do, they don't follow up with the promises they made or the commitments they made to the team member. So I'm going to articulate the best I can the 10 things to be on my team that we require and the 9 specific steps that you must follow as a team leader if you want to grow a successful team. So one of the characteristics of high-performing teams is making sure that you are aligned in your goals and aligned in your values. When we hire to our core values. When we fire to our core values. If you're not aligned with what those are and what our key objectives are, it doesn't matter who you hire, we're not going to keep people. So make sure that you establish who we are as a team, what we want to accomplish as goals, what the values that we're going to have be non-negotiable in our team, and you articulate that during the hiring process. Then we communicate that very specifically to our team members. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a resource that you can download called the 10 Things to Be on My Team. It's one of the most powerful things we use and agents sign when they join a Workman Coach team. And I'm going to give it to you free just for watching this video. So let's talk about the 9 things that you could and should be implementing right now as a team leader if you want to build a successful team. The first thing I'm going to tell you is to create a culture of productivity. That means that every team has a culture. It's either intentionally created or it's accidentally created. And that culture is a productive team, or it's a team of slackers, or a team of good friends that don't really sell anything, or a team of people that don't come in or don't produce. You get to choose who do you want to hire and what the culture of that team is. Number 2 is you need to set expectations in the beginning of what it means to be on your team. The 10 things to be on my team include showing up at the office 4 days a week for a huddle. You have to arrive dressed for success, ready to meet with clients. You have to attend your huddles 4 days a week. You have to earn 61 points a day doing dollar productive activities. You have to complete your daily success habits tracker where you actually track those activities. You have to use and create what we call our top 50 list. It's how to close 86 transactions a year, working with 50 people 1 hour a day. Every member of the team has a top 50 list and we work it every single day. You have to use the Workman Success lead tracking system to follow up with our leads using the ABC follow-up. The reason we have that system in place is because it works and it's proven. You promise and you agree to keep 100 contacts in your database and follow the 4 contact SOI system that we implement. So everybody in your database gets contacted by you a minimum of 4 times a year. We want you to promise as you join our team that you're going to host a minimum of 2 open houses per month. Look, if you don't have clients, you should be hosting all of the open houses, as many as you can, 4 a month, 5 a month, 6 a month, 3 a day on Saturdays and 2 on Sundays. If you don't have clients, you should be getting up every day and figuring out what the activities you can do, but you have to hold a minimum of 2 open houses every month or 100 a year. And then you have to set a goal and you need to execute your 4 pillars of income so that you can get to where you're closing a minimum of 24 transactions a year. You see, as a buyer's agent or as a listing partner on a Workman Coach team, we want you to earn a good living, $100,000 a year on the splits that we recommend. And in order to do that, you have to sell more homes. So a minimum of 24 houses a year. We really like you to be 36 to 48 houses, but when you've got the support of a team and you have admin, marketing, and transaction support, all you have to do is prospect, list or sell houses and negotiate contracts. It allows you to to put yourself in a position for greater success. So after you've implemented the 10 things to be on my team, which I'm going to give you a copy of at the end of the video, I want you to remember that if you want to have a successful team, you have to hold a daily huddle. You've told your people that in the 10 things to be on my team, they have to attend the daily huddle. That means you have to do what as a leader? Hold a daily huddle. Number 3 is you have to inspect what you expect with daily success habits. We created the 61 points of rhythm in the daily success habits tracker. We have an app for it, and it gets tracked on an online environment called Workbench. When we're able to see how many calls you made in a day, how many conversations you had, how many appointments were set, how many appointments were met, and how much time you spent on dollar productive activities, we're able to lead and coach to the gaps. But when you don't track the right things, we have no idea what to coach on. And so that which gets measured gets done. And accountability happens because of awareness. I believe that most people get up every day and they want to be successful. So we create this rhythm of success by doing daily success habits, and then we coach to the gaps. By helping people become aware of whether or not their activities are consistent with their goals, most people will hold themselves accountable and make the course corrections that will launch their business to the next stratosphere. Number 5 is we practice daily scripts and dialogues. We use both scripts where we're doing face-to-face role plays and artificial intelligence in our Workman Success Training Center and Workbench in order to practice our scripts and dialogues. We do that for a minimum of 30 minutes every day, because when you practice what to say and how to say it, what happens is you just get better. The words come out easier, you can listen to understand, not to respond, and you're not surprised by any hard thing that comes up with a real estate buyer or seller. Number 7, critical activity in creating a high-performing team is that we have to have a culture where prospecting is part of our daily routine, not something we do on a prospecting night once a month or once a week. Prospecting happens every day, and you have to set aside that time. If you're not with a buyer or with a seller showing or listing a house, you should be hunting and looking for more opportunities. That's it. We prospect, list to show houses, and negotiate contracts. Everything else we delegate to the team. So you have to set the goal of prospecting a minimum of an hour a day. It's part of our culture, and more if you're not working with buyers or sellers. Number 8, this is where it comes down to leadership, is we inspect what we expect. When you ask for something to be done, you must close the feedback loop by showing me that it's done. When you inspect what you expect, everybody performs at a higher level. And then last, we incorporate some very, very specific high-tech tools, programs like Workbench, the Daily Success Habits Tracker, and the app, and companies like Sisu, where we have dashboards that track the activities that tell us whether or not we're on track to hit our goals. Incorporate and use the Workman Success recommended and provided tools from your coach, and you're going to find that if you just follow the recipe, that you'll have unbelievable and predictable results. High performance comes as a result of executing on the basic fundamentals everybody knows, but most don't actually do. So it's time to hire people who are willing to be part of your culture, that agree to the 10 things to be on my team, and then as leaders, we actually step up to the role, and then we execute on the 10 things they agreed to by inspecting what we expect. I want you to go right now, and I want you to download the 10 things to be on my team. Whether you're a team leader or a team member, share them with each other, and let's decide together that we're going to make the commitment to be excellent in this business. You're well on your way to team success, and now you've got the top 10 things to make it happen fast.